Hey guys, welcome back to Will Travel for Vegan Food, the vlog. Thanks so much for being here. I wanted to take a few minutes today to talk about negative or not very constructive book reviews. Now, despite the title of this video, I'm not actually going to be reading them aloud because they are readily available for you to check them out on Amazon. All you gotta do is click on where it says 1-star reviews or any other stars and you'll be able to see them. I feel like on other social media platforms earlier this week, I did enough exposure of pulling out pieces of those reviews that were a bit hurtful and sharing them publicly, and so I didn't think it was worth perpetuating that here in the video, although I'm still kind of doing that, I guess, by talking about it. But what I wanted to do was acknowledge a regrettable decision that I made. As anyone who has published a book, whether it's your first one or your 10th one, you know that whether you're doing traditional publishing through a publisher or self-published, you as the author are primarily, if not solely, responsible for promoting the book and doing whatever you can to get it out there. And so my book came out in April of this year. I had a great book tour that was fully sponsored, and it was, as the book and the year were winding down, I wanted to give it one more boost. So I came up with this idea to try to get up to 200 Amazon reviews. So Amazon reviews actually really help with the ranking of the book and visibility, because just like Google, Amazon is a search engine. So the more activity that happens on a page, the more it'll be easily searchable. If someone types in vegan travel or something like that, then the book might come up more readily or on the first page of a search. So I thought, okay, I'll see if I can get some more people to rate reviews, and I was at 130 reviews prior to starting this campaign. So I had posted a few pictures of me holding the book and encouraging people to rate reviews, and it definitely helped a little bit. And then I thought, maybe if I very honestly share some of the not so great reviews, or at the case of the time, it was primarily one that felt a little stingy when I had first read it earlier this year. And so I pulled out some pieces quoted from that review, and I don't know if by doing that it encouraged, I think what happened is it encouraged two types of people to write more reviews. It encouraged some really supportive people out there who enjoyed the book and wanted to share how much they liked it and encourage them to write reviews. And then it also, I think, opened the floodgates a little bit for people who might have been nervous to say negative things, or they didn't like that I was asking people to rate reviews, and so maybe that got to them a little bit. And so this mini campaign, which was literally 3 to 4 days long, I haven't even continued it yet at this point, resulted in some more kind of negative reviews, which is totally fine because, I mean, everyone has an opinion. I didn't create the book expecting everyone to love it. Of course, it was created because it's something, a way for me to remember that journey that I was on, and of course I had a goal in mind to be a published author. So mission accomplished on both fronts, and I'm really proud of how the book turned out. The regrettable thing that happened, though, was one of the reviews was particularly harsh. Even though the person paired it with some positive words about the book, which I should have focused on, but I found it really difficult, and I let my ego and insecurity get the best of me, and I clicked on the user account profile name, which you can do to any review, even though their name wasn't readily available in the review itself. By clicking on Amazon customer under the title of their review, it brought me to their personal Amazon page. And it's not like a Facebook page where you see all this information about them. Sometimes you can't see anything about someone, and other times it's a lot of stuff. So for this particular person, I saw their name and could see some stuff that they had purchased in the past. And out of sheer curiosity and probably vulnerability in that moment, I went to Facebook to see if I knew who this person was, and it turned out that we were Facebook friends, and I don't even know them. I don't remember meeting them, unfortunately, if I ever did, but at some point, one way or another, through the vegan community, we had become Facebook friends. But what got me was I had taken a screenshot of this particular hurtful review that was just kind of mean and not very constructive, and I posted it to Facebook, my personal page. And even though I figured out who the person was and I was working, trying to go to sleep that night, trying not to think about it, I was scrolling on my phone and I saw that that person liked the screenshot that I shared of their hurtful review, and it just stung, It was almost like I couldn't tell if they liked it because they were like, aha, I got to her, or what it was. Then I left a comment under the picture, the screenshot that I posted, tagging them, and I didn't say this is you, but I did make it pretty obvious that I knew that this review was theirs, and just saying, did you know that, that you can tell who someone is on Amazon if you click here, and blah, blah, blah. And so then they replied with a relatively unfriendly comment, but kind of tried to make it jokey at the end, because, well, one of their claims was that I made up some of the content of the book, which is completely not true, by the way. So they had kind of left their reply comment. They said, at least now you can't lie about the fact that I bought the book, haha, something. So I thought, all right, I'm just gonna let it go. I completely regret not sharing the screenshot of, that review and being vulnerable and letting my family and friends on Facebook know that it was hurtful, but just calling them out. That was not right. And then the next morning, I had actually scheduled a similar post to go out on the Will Travel for Vegan Food Facebook page with a screenshot of this thing. And again, this was part of continuing this like mini campaign and encouraging people to leave reviews. And so that post automatically went up before I even got out of bed the next morning, and someone had commented under it sharing that that person had updated their review on Amazon saying that I threatened them and attacked them and threatened to reveal their identity or something like that. And that's pretty much as far as it went. I know that this is like silly. Like this isn't even like worthy of this sharing this on the video. I guess I just want to share that, my regret in having let my ego and insecurity get the best of me. Just, it all kind of snowballed, and thankfully it didn't, turn into anything huge, but it still hurt. The whole process was hurtful. We're all responsible for the way that we interpret messages, for the way that we consume content, and so I'm 100% responsible for not only how I felt in reading the negative comments in this one in particular, but also the action that I took afterwards. A mature reaction probably would have been to just do nothing. I think I was also struggling with the fact that since the Will Travel community came to be, the website and all the social media pages, I've strongly believed in being as polite and diplomatic as possible, and there's no history on my social media pages or anything that I've shared as part of that project that's super controversial or aggressive or angry. And I don't know if I'm just like reaching a point where I want to start sticking up for myself when things like this happen. It's definitely difficult to find the balance. I'm not gonna lie. It can get tough sometimes. Anyhow, this is a long enough rambling video. If you've watched this long, thank you for letting me get this off my chest, and just for being here, and giving me someone to talk to, even if we're not doing it live. I think I might have 1 or 2 more videos that I'll be sharing this coming week, and then I'm actually going to be taking a week off of the internet, which is something I've never consciously done in the history of using the internet, actually, because even when I had a more traditional 9-to-5 job, if I wasn't at work, I was on my computer at home. So at the end of December and the first few days of January, I'm hoping to completely remove myself from the internet world, and I think this experience with the reviews and everything has helped push me there. But thanks guys for being here and letting me vent and listening, and I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your support. And I'll see you in a few days with the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and please remember to eat well and travel often.